Alright, hello all. Once again, back for another stream. 2 streams in a day. Who would have thought? Uh, so we will be going into the 1971 season. We've just finished the 1970 season about half an hour ago, or 45 minutes ago, something like that. But there's still daylight, so I guess we can do a couple more races, start the 1971 season, and see. We'll go from there. It's probably this stream is probably not going to be quite as long as the previous one, but we are going to continue tomorrow since, well, I don't typically work on Saturdays and I work even less during these periods, and I have enough free time to continue streaming tomorrow as well. So we'll be starting now, and maybe we'll be. I think I'm more than certain that we'll be finishing the 71 season in well, next week, next Saturday, or if I'll get another free Friday, I'll make stream on Friday again. Yes, Nürburgring is back, or rather the Nordschleife. By the way, guys, you can already start to vote for next season's team. Link, as always, is in the description, and make sure to check out that link. I decided to put up that link a little bit earlier, and give you guys an entire week's time to, or enough time until we finish the season to vote. It might take a week. We might even be able to complete the season tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, anyway, let's jump into it. Switch the scenes and... Oh, I forgot to start the race, I guess. Yep. South African Grand Prix. Let's jump into it. For those of you who've not been around at the end of the last stream, the team that has been chosen as the for us in this for this season is McLaren. So that's the car we're going to drive.
Sports. It's in the game.
Looking forward to it. I think this is the first time I've ever driven an orange McLaren, so it's going to be quite fun. Modern McLaren doesn't really count, so. Anyway, this is the car we are going to be driving. I've decided to replace, where is it? Peter Gethin. I think Denny Holm is a little bit better. Was a little bit better than Peter Gethin, so I try as much as I possibly can every time to keep the better driver in the championship. Anyway, let's set this to championship and start a new championship. Flag rules on, that's okay. 35% race distance, and that's alright. Okay. And let's start our first race at Kyalami in South Africa. Should be fun. Always have a lot of fun at this circuit. Hopefully it will go a little bit better than the South African Grand Prix 1970, where we forgot to put fuel in our car. What? That's not supposed to play. Hold on a second. Options audio. Well, of course, this is not supposed to work yet. And let me turn down music. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Now, let's really get into it. So, yeah, that's the constructors. These are the drivers. These are the constructors, obviously. there's not much going on there since the season hasn't started yet. But let's jump into it. Make sure we put some points on the board. Hopefully. I don't even know if I have everything set up correctly for the season, but we'll see. Hello Matthias, doing well, how are you? Ooh, what practice? Anyway, practice doesn't really matter for us. We'll skip straight to qualifying as always. Put some fuel in the car because otherwise we won't be able to qualify. Let's keep all of that as is for now. See how the car handles. Let's accelerate time a little bit. See some times on the board. See what we're up against. Oh, 59 season. That happened such a long time ago. Okay. What is this car doing? Wait, something's not right. Something's definitely not right. Options. BS. Sorry guys. Forgot to do this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Technical difficulties. Okay, instant replay. Pause. Restart. First, second gear. First gear. Third gear. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. And seventh. Okay. Ignition starter. Okay, that's fine. Steering rate, no. Speed sensitive, no. That goes like that. 75. No dead zone. 75. No dead zone. Wheel high, full, 50-ish. Okay, that's all okay. Hey. Now we can finally get into it. Sorry about that. We are at Kalami in South Africa. No, the entire channel is going to completely be a live stream exclusive channel from now on. So everything from now on is going to be live streamed, whatever videos I do. Anyway, let's once again speed through this real quick, because we've wasted quite a bit of time with faffing about. Alright. Much better. What on earth is going on? What the... What the hell, game? Okay, clutch, neutral. Okay, there we go. Sorry, technical difficulties. This season's going off for a great start. And there are calls all over the pit lane, which is fantastic. But we're finally off. Let's try and put in a couple of qualifying laps. Either my wheel or the game, something is really not playing nicely today. Hello, Kiroshima. Did I forget? Oh yes, it seems like I forgot about fuel again. But that's okay, this is only qualifying, so we should be fine. Ooh. I think we have more than enough fuel to at least complete one flying lap. Looks like Bertrand is on pole. Or in pole rather, I should say. Come on. There we go. Doing fine. No, we're not. We're never doing fine in this series. Something always has to go terribly bad. Otherwise it wouldn't be a Mephisto video if things would go as planned every single time. Ooh. Car's a bit slidey. Whoa, what are you doing? He just pulled in front of me right on the open road. Well, let's hope that Sevilla will win a race in this season as well. Just like she did in real life. Just chilling in the middle of the track in the sunshine. Yeah, as you do on a live circuit. Sever is your idol. Too bad he died so young. That's a shame. That was a damn shame. If I'm not mistaken, he actually was even younger than me when he died. Okay, one more quality lap and that's it. If fuel allows us. Taking in the view, I don't know. Well, I guess that's it for qualifying. Come on. I did not assign reverse. Well, let's cheat a little bit then. We'll fix that in a moment. And we're out of fuel. Yay! That's fine. And just go back in here. Reverse gear. There we have it. Now we have reverse. Fine. Okay. I think that's all. Let's speed through the rest of this qualifying session. Looks like we won't have a very good starting position, but oh well. It's not like we ever get very good starting positions. What we do get is a lot of retirement from the AI, which allows us to finish in otherwise impossible positions. Right, fuel. Thank you, Damien. Almost went out of my mind. Would have probably started the race again without any fuel like last time. Oh boy. Yes, yes. I'll remember the fuel. Okay. Here goes the fuel. Well, think I'll put in maybe another 10 just in case we have to stop. Fuel intensifies, yes, indeed it does. Right, let's get the 1971 season off. Yeah, Savannah did qualify in 4th. In fact, 4 places above his mentor, Jackie Stewart, which is quite fun to see. Anyway, let's start the 1971 season here at Kyalami in South Africa. Round 1. It's going to be an exciting season. A bit shorter than last season. Last season we had 13 races. We have only 11 this time. But things start to pick up from 1972 onwards. And we will start having more and more races. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, Ref Peterson is on pole, which is quite interesting. Turbeck is 2nd, X 3rd, 4th, Seven Weissel 5th, 6th, Regazzoni 7th, Siffert Jackie Stewart is in 8th. Mario Andretti 9th. Fittipaldi 10th. In 11th, we have Pedro Rodriguez, followed by Chris Amon in 12th. 13th is Timoshenko. Ganley is 14th. 15th is Charlton. Andrea de Adamic 16th. 17th is John Surtees. Mazet is 18th. Beltoine 19th. 20th Denny Holm. 21st Henri Pescarolo. Rolf Stommelen 22nd. 23rd Barber. Max 24th. 25th Geese Van Lennep. 27th Pete Lovely. Mike Donoghue 27th. 28th Mike Butler. 29th Joe Bonnier. 30th Al Ford. 31st Nani Gallian. 32nd Higgs apparently. When the hell did we fall down there? I thought we were 20th or something. Anyway. We are about to begin the 1971 F1 season and we are off to not a very good start. Being boxed in by all these cars. Let's try and get around the traffic. And here comes turn 1. Let's be brave a little bit and try and cut in front of a few cars. We're already up into P25. We have Geese Van Lennep in front. Hopefully we'll be able to catch him. Though he does seem to pull away at the moment. Ooh. The back stepped out a little bit, but I managed to keep it under control. Third through the S's. Nice. Second gear Ford is tight right-hander. Ooh, I can see car parts flying all over the track. Someone had a crash up in front. That should slow everyone down. Oh, yep. Everyone is very slow. Oh, I think we just lost our front wing. I crashed in the rear of that car who stopped right in the middle of the track. I couldn't slow down. I kind of panic braked and that locked up my wheels. This is going to suck. It wouldn't be all that bad, but unfortunately the pits on this circuit are bugged, so I cannot go in and have a new front wing fitted, unfortunately. I don't even think that was a thing back in 1970. In the 70s, so at least. And he tries to overtake us on the outside and goes straight off the track. Okay, Turbeck is leading the race. That's interesting, to say the least. Here is this absolutely no-name who's leading the opening round of the 1971 Formula 1 season. That's quite interesting. Lennep just overtakes us. Oh, got a little bit wide out of there. Apparently he has. There's a BRM behind me. Ooh, going wide. Damn it. Have significantly less downforce in the front now without my front wing. So I cannot take these corners quite at such a high speed, and we're falling down the order because of that. We're down in P20 now. Let's hope we can keep it together somehow for the next 25 laps. It's going to be a long race like this. The cars behind me storming all over my rear end. What just happened there? I was looking at what's happening behind me. I nearly crashed into a bunch of cars there, just parked in the middle of the road. But we move up into P16 as someone just retired, and oh, 15 actually. Even better. Went into a slide there, but managed to keep it under control. That's not something I usually do. I'm quite bad at controlling slides, but there we go. That's one instance when I kind of did it. And those marches behind me are really storming all over the back of my car. I don't really want to let them pass, obviously. No, there's no gap for you there, Sonny Jim. Actually, they're not marches, they're STPs, sorry. Ooh, that's a blue flag. On lap 5? Seriously? Already? Okay. He's not the one I'm supposed to let through. That's who I was supposed to let through, but in the process I lost a couple of positions. Because unlike the AI, I get a penalty if I don't let faster cars through. The AI does not get penalties for that, which is quite unfortunate. And a little bit unfair, to be honest, but... oh well. Such is life, I guess. Ooh. Squirmy. Mazda is really slow. He's probably having some gearbox problems. So we move up into P16, which is very, very good. Happy about this. Okay, Mike Donahue is trying to catch up. And I'm trying to catch up to non-equality, but he's kind of keeping the gap to us. which is good for him, bad for us. Actually, Golly is now pulling away. Oh! Went a little bit wide, touched the grass on the outside. Slowed us down a little bit, but it seems that it wasn't enough to allow Donahue to pass us, which is tremendous. Be brave, come on. Keep the momentum going, keep the momentum going. A little bit wide. And Donahue is through. So that's back down to... Oh! That was bad. Touched the curbing on the outside there and offset the balance of my car. I lost it. And once again I have to lose position because of a blue flag. That's unfortunate. The Trebek actually blepped everyone on lap 5. So... yeah, it's not just you. I don't know what he has under the hood of his car, but he's very fast. Anyway, Mike Butler is out, and we move up into P19. And there goes an STP. Very, very quickly. Okay, and now there's a Lotus behind us, who is about to lap us. Not even going to try. There we go. And Andretti is out now. So that's P18. This is 1970 we are talking about here. I don't think the FIA is going to be looking at anyone's engine just yet. The FIA kind of exists. The FIA was actually founded in 1948 as a non-profit organization meant to improve the safety of motorsport in Europe. So it exists, but it's not... it doesn't really work the way the modern FIA works. Although that all changed as soon as a certain Bernie Eccleston joined the FIA. And another blue flag. Hooray! Okay, go on. Don't hold me up more than you already are. Yay, another blue flag. touch the curb. Likes to send cars flying. Yes, Bernie will indeed buy Brabham in 1972. And will eventually have one of the most interesting car designs ever on the track soon after that. An idea that's never been used since, and actually the car only raced once at the Swedish Grand Prix at Anderstorp. Well, yeah, you could say cheating design. I'm talking about the fan car, Matthias. Well, falling down the order. Yeah, he's really flying. He's just lapped me twice, which is fine. At least I won't have to finish this entire race. Yes, Matthias, that one. To be honest, I would have liked to see the fan car developed further, see where it could go. Maybe find a way that so that it wouldn't kick stones and pebbles into drivers' faces. Maybe put a mesh or something on the rear fan or something. I don't know. But alas, that never came to pass. Well, but at least the 70s and the 80s were much more experimental than today. You had a lot more freedom in trying out new things. Today the regulations are so strict that there's very little room to experiment, and that is why all cars look almost identical. In most cases, if you were to paint modern F1 cars in the same color, you wouldn't even be able to distinguish them from one another unless you knew exactly what they did to them. And even then, you'd probably need someone to have it pointed out to you. But back in these days, designing F1 cars was a much more fun thing to do, I would say. All the cars look very different. Well, you know, aside from the smaller teams who used car designs from the bigger teams, but otherwise, back in these days, pretty much all the cars, not pretty much all cars looked radically different from one another, which is what made the sport so much more interesting to watch. I would say. And I'm not saying that you know, a same spec racing series wouldn't be interesting, but that's the thing. Formula One is not same spec. Every car is different. It's supposed to be different. I don't quite remember what the Racing Point car looks like. I know I saw all of the new cars, but I can't for the life of me remember which one's which, to be honest. So I can remember the liveries, but that's kind of it. I cannot remember the specific shape for each of them. This is what I'm talking about. Modern cars are so similar in shape and size and everything that you... aside from the different liveries, it's very hard to tell them apart. Come on, get around me. Seriously? You had to make me nearly stop in the middle of the road so you can get around me. Because you don't know that the track is so much wider than the exit of that corner. Oh well. That counts as an original design, Matthias. Mercedes wasn't pink. Really? Seriously? He had an entire track to get around me, and yet he just stood behind me until I put on the brakes. Ah. And you know what's shitty? As I said at the beginning of this race, the pits are broken, so I cannot take that penalty. Which means I'm going to be disqualified. Ah boy. Woo! Let's see if we can get our pit crew to show up. No, see, the pits are broken, so I'm standing here for nothing. Ah well. Disqualification, here I come. Yet another terrible start to a season. Last time we ran out of fuel because I forgot to put fuel in the car before the start. Now I got a penalty which I cannot serve because the freaking game is broken. Come on. Take Trebek out and my work is done. Well, it wouldn't solve all that much, so no, I'm not going to cheat. You can rest assured. Hello, Christopher. Ooh, 18 viewers. I think that's the most I've ever had on a stream. Hello, one and all. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, Joe Bonnier is out of the race. Hurrah! Hurrah, hurrah. No, you don't need to remind me. I know fully well how the 50s and 60s went. And there we go. We've been disqualified. Hurrah. This was a fantastic start to the season. Let's drink to that. I have no idea. And because I was disqualified, I think we won't even find out. Well, there's your answer. Lap 22 and I just finished lap 18, so quite a few. Disqualified because I received a blue flag. Or rather, I didn't let an AI pass me on a blue flag. And the pits on this circuit are broken, so I couldn't serve my penalty. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have my redemption at Monaco for all the good that does me. Oh. So that is the end of our South African Grand Prix. Let's check the results. The AI is trying to remind them they are trash at this track too. Yeah, something like that. So anyway, Brent Trebek managed to win the race with Ronnie Peterson in second, Reino Weissel third, fourth, Pedro Rodriguez 5th Howden Ganley, and 6th is Tim Schenken. And, well, Trenbeck was really fast. He even lapped 2nd place twice. He's not broken at all. I mean, look at the average speed. 188.25 kilometers per hour compared to 2nd place with 175.48 kilometers per hour. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Gee. Let's see the results. Okay, so Trebek obviously takes the lead of the championship with Ronnie Peterson in 2nd, Rene Weissel 3rd, 4th, Pedro Rodriguez 5th, Howden Ganley, and 6th, Tim Schenken. Yep, he lapped the entire field twice. Maybe he's using kerosene, I don't know. Rocket fuel, who knows? Maybe he's friends with some guys at NASA and managed to get some fuel from the Apollo spacecraft. I don't know. Anyway, let's check out the Constructors Championship. Trenbeck are leading the championship, obviously. March Engineering are 2nd, 3rd are Owen Racing Organization, 4th, Gold Leaf Team Lotus, and Brabham Motor Racing Developments 5th. Hello, Donovan. Yeah, that might just be it, Matthias. Okay, let's accept the next race is the Spanish Grand Prix at Montjuic, and we'll get into it in just a second. But first I'll need to switch the liveries and cars. And actually I need to check out something else as well real quick. Advanced options. Okay, you shouldn't be playing any music. There we go. Copy controller. HyperX. 1971. Good. Do that. Okay. HyperX. Yes. Okay, that's okay, that works well. This doesn't work. HyperX. Yeah, and everything else is okay. Back to menu. What, did I pronounce it? Didn't pronounce it correctly? Isn't it Matthias? Okay. Thanks you, Bruno. Alrighty. Perfect driver. Far from it, mate. Jimmy Broadbent is a much better driver than me. Gamer Muscle is a much better driver than me. Empty Box is a much better driver than me. Matthias? Wait. You don't pronounce the TH? You shouldn't. That's weird. Matthias. I thought you did pronounce the th. Okay, I'm confused now. Oh, I chose the 1970 season. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I was using the English pronunciation. I'm so sorry about that. In that case, it would be something like Matthias Bernier, right? Oops. I'm not good with languages. I love languages, but I'm not good with them. I'm 31 years old and my name is a secret. For now. Uh, but it's very close to Andy Higgs's name. Well, at least part of it. The English version of my name is Andrew. So, I'll give you that much. Caixa de velocidade, traducción gearbox. What? Okay, let's get back into this. Hopefully the Spanish Grand Prix will go a little bit better. Boy. A secret great name. Not really. What's weird about my actual name is that traditionally my family name was given to people with blonde hair, and I'm far from having blonde hair. I have very dark hair, so it doesn't really work out for me. But oh well, who cares? It's just hair. Oh, raining. How nice. Anyway, let's put some fuel in. And speed up the time a little bit. Have the AI put in a couple of laps. Or at least a couple of times. Well, Matthias, I'm going to pronounce it Matthias with the English pronunciation because that's the easiest for me. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I cannot pronounce your French name, but my knowledge of the French language is very limited, so... Excuse-moi. Nope. This is how the modders programmed the qualifying sessions. All right. I think I've mentioned this quite a few times, but I'm from Romania, Damien. Woo! Nice pit exit. Oh, what the? Yes, Matthias, but there's this thing, you know, that well, at least it's said that Romanians are supposed to be the people that learn French the easiest, and I think I'm the exception here. Although it should be said that I've studied French for maybe a couple of years in school, whereas English I've been studying since I was about 5 years old. So that's 26 years of language studying. And as you say, I am still learning English and learning new words and phrases and all that, and I'm never going to stop. So, yeah. So, to everyone out there, sorry if I ever mispronounce your name. It's not intentional. I just don't quite know how all the languages sound. So, or if I do, it's just a vague idea. Whoa! That's a smoking car, and that's way too deep into the corner. And in English, so it has to be like Andreas or Andre or something like that. Yeah, pretty close, Damien. But none of those spellings are correct. But it's close. Come on, turn in, you dog. Ooh, whoa, woo, shoot, that was scary. I thought I was going to crash into that car. Ooh, and that's Paul. Oh, that's first gear, not third. Oh, well, that... okay, that's it. I had enough. Yeah, that's kind of what it would be pronounced as. But you would spell it with a normal I, not with a Y. It's Andrei, the pronunciation. There, I gave you my name. Well, part of my name. Anyway, let's speed through the rest of this. I don't want to go through another one of those laps. What the? The game crashed. How lovely. Okay, I think we are not going to be qualifying in Spain. We are going to jump straight into the race because apparently it crashes. I love this game. Not. Oh, damn it. Never mind. This is so annoying. So, all that qualifying was pretty much for nothing. Thank you, game. And now we have a dry qualifying session. Well, it doesn't really matter. Jump straight to the end. Don't care. Start from the back. Whatever. 31 laps. Fuel. Let's not forget the fuel. Oh boy. And of course I would be short. I don't know. That should be fine, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Jackie Stewart is in pole. Where is... Oh, there's Trebek in 15th. We'll see how well he'll do. Okay, let's jump into this. So we have Jackie Stewart and François Sever and Ronnie Peterson on the front row. Joe Siffert 4th, 5th Jackie X 6th. Clay Regazzoni, Mario Andretti 7th, 8th René Weissel, 9th Emerson Fittipaldi, Pedro Rodriguez 10th, 11th is Chris Amon, 12th is Denny Holm, 13th is Ganley, 14th is Schenken, 15th Terbeck, sorry, I don't know, Mike Donahue 16th, Henri Pescarolo is 17th, 18th Rolf Stommelen, John Surtees 19th, 20th Joe Bonnier, 21st Jean-Pierre Beltois, Dave Charlton 22nd, Nani Galli 23rd, 24th Mazet, 25th Max, 26th Barber, 27th Butler, 28th Andrea De Adamic, 29th Pete Lovely, 30th Alford, 31st Gies van Lennep, and 32nd obviously Oliver Higgs, because we had to skip qualifying, otherwise the game would have crashed. Yay! And we are off for the Spanish Grand Prix, round 2 of the 1971 season. Let's hope this race will go a little bit better than the South African Grand Prix. That would be tremendous. And there are car parts flying all over the circuit. I can see them. Okay, what's the hold up? Okay, I don't really want to try and overtake on this narrow strip of road. I'm much better off being careful. Come on, AI. What are you doing with me? Okay, there we go. Snuck up on the inside there. Let's do this the same. Let's do the same for this BRM. Nope. Whoa. I think you're the problem around here. You, my good sir, have no wings. And you, my sir, have no wings either. And you're holding everyone up. Anyway, we move up into P22. Thanks to the AI being incapable of driving 2 corners without crashing. Oh. Don't pull in front of me with your slow ass car. And oh, François Sever is out of the race. And we move up into P17. Hooray! Huzzah! Anyway, we have Beltois in front of us. Oh, clipped the inside of that corner with the rear end. Luckily, I managed to keep it pointing in the correct direction. Oh. Come on, Beltois. Stop playing around, thank you. Doing swell so far. Left off just a little bit there. Try and avoid a collision. Coming around to finish lap 2 of 31. And the pit exit is a mess already. Just got a glimpse of it with the corner of my eye. Ooh, that was a dive bomb and a half. Didn't really meant to do that. Oh. Down into first gear. For the hairpin. Turbeck is leading again. Oh. Lucky him. Maybe he'll be lucky and retire. Unlucky, sorry, and retire. Oh. Ooh, that was a nice double pass. Although, to be fair, Emerson Fittipaldi didn't have a front wing, so he didn't really have anything to fight me with. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, P10. It's doing fine for the moment. Ooh, that was a Yardley. Yardley BRM. And somehow now we're P12. And now we're P7, okay. Whatever, game. Make up your damn mind. Closing up on Nani Galdi at the moment, which is cool. that should, if we manage to get around him, we'll go into P6. That's 1 point if we manage to finish the race there. We might not. Remains to be seen. There we go, on the inside, nicely done. And we are now in 6th. That's 1 point if we manage to finish the race here. Up next would be Faisal in 5th. He's about 8 seconds up the road. If we continue the way we're going right now, we should be able... Whoa! He's almost in the middle of the track. But we should be able to catch up to Faisal fairly easily. Oh. Through the hairpin, there we go. Easy for the tight left-hander. Yes, Christopher. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's very funny, Damien. Okay. Let's try and get around Faisal without too much drama. Ooh, there was a car retiring from there. That was Mario Andretti. And we move up into P4. Oh, lock up the rear. But managed to keep it pointing in the right direction. Now lock up again, coming into the hairpin. But we stay close to Faisal here. Let's sit back a little bit. There's no reason to rush it. Okay, he wants to try close the gap, that's fine. Okay, on the inside. And there we have it. That's one move down. Done it quite nicely, if I do say so myself. So we're now in P3. GP2 engine, GP2 engine. Well, I don't know if it's a GP2 engine or not. Oh, there we go. So we're closing in on Joe Siffert now. And that Brabham is getting mighty close to the center of the track. With the way the game draws cars, I'm afraid I might crash into it at some point during this race, which would be quite a shame given our position right now. And let's hope it won't happen as we get around that car of Joe Siffert, the Yardi BRM. Soon to be the sponsors to McLaren, actually. Team Yardley. And the gap to the car ahead, which is Terbeck, is 35 seconds, so there's quite a lot to, well, quite a big gap there to try to pull in. But we might be able to. The race is still quite long, so there's plenty of time to catch up. Okay, easy does it for lap 8 of the Spanish Grand Prix here at 1G. Out. Okay, that's a back marker, should let us through without any problems. There we go. Ooh, going sideways through that corner and somehow managing to keep it under control. Almost made it seem like I was a professional. But I'm not. I'm about as good at drifting cars as whales are good to be ballerinas. I mean, it's possible, but I don't really think you're going to see a lot of grace in that. As I lock the front coming into turn 1. Driving in Braun GP. As if. Braun GP back in these days wasn't even a figment of anyone's imagination, so it would be very difficult for him to drive a Braun GP, but good attempt. slowly catching up to Terbeck. Although by only small increments, and then he's pulling away again. Oh, that's a little bit wide. Ooh, that was a dumb mistake. Oh boy. That was a dumb mistake. Lost control of the car coming into that left-hander. And then nearly drove in front of the... I don't know what that was, but that oncoming car, that back marker, would have surely wiped me out of the race. Vettel intensifies. Yes, it does. Indeed it does. What? Oh man, we lost too much time. Don't think there's a way in hell we can catch to Terbeck now. He's just going to run away with the championship, I guess. Favorite F1 driver ever? Damon Hill. Because he's the best. But no, in all seriousness, I think that Damon Hill was a very, very talented driver, especially given his age. He was quite old when he started Formula 1, and you know, quite happy for him. Too bad that he was robbed of his 1994 world title, and that's a shame. Get rid of Terbeck? We'll see. If everyone else agrees. But that would mean that all of his points are lost completely. Yes, Christian, I'm using wheel and pedals as well as an H pattern shifter. If I could even talk today. Wheels, pedals, and an H pattern shifter. Well then, if there's an option to get rid of this Terbeck guy, we are going to. starting next race. Do I prefer Intel or AMD? Well, that depends on what you're trying to do, really. For what I'm doing, multitasking, live streaming and playing video games at the same time, AMDs are much better. But if you want a pure gaming processor, then you're better off getting an Intel. I'll put more simply, if you're looking for multitasking, get an AMD. If you're looking for gaming purely, then Intel is the way to go. Let's Terbeck race. Give him a chance. I mean, I'm fine with either. I really don't mind. Well, in that case, an Intel would be much better. But keep in mind that Intel processors are much more expensive than AMD processors as well, so you might want to look into an AMD either way. For me, because I'm streaming and doing videos and doing 3D modeling and programming and stuff like that, AMD is the better choice overall. But if I were to build a purely gaming PC, I would also go with an Intel, because it would just be the better bet. And by the way, Brawny, if you're looking for tips into buying PC or PC components, I think your best bet would be to check out some of Linus's videos or JZ2Cents videos. They do very good videos on PC components, what to buy, what not to buy, what to look out for, how to pick your parts, and all of that. Also, if you want to have an idea of exactly what I'm running, you can take a look at in the description below. I have the entire spec, all of the specs for my PC in there, so you can check out what I'm running. You're welcome, Ronnie. Oh, what? I mean, everybody want to get rid of Hamilton's dominance in races right now, so we don't want same situation in this series. Yeah, good one. Does the game work on a laptop? As long as it has the as long as your laptop reaches the requirements, yeah, it should. The PC requirements for the game can be found on the website, from where you can download it. It should be in the how to installation section of the website, if I remember correctly. Okay, just about to complete lap 16 out of 31. Whoa, that Brabham is getting ever closer to the center of the track. That's not good. Okay, thank you, Damien. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening. See ya. Oh, running white. Just like my last year's car, this McLaren also seems to be suffering a lot from understeer. I think I'm being blessed with understeery cars in this career. You still have a gaming PC from 2012 and it's very noisy and gets into trouble with modern games. Well, I guess it would. Although, you still have a better PC than I used to have a year ago. So, well, more than a year ago now. No, wait, when did I buy? No, I got this computer in November, so yeah. You still have a better computer than I had a year ago. Most of the components in my old PC were from 2006, if you can imagine. That's what I was using for editing and recording and whatnot. It was a right pain to work with that PC. couldn't run most anything. I mean, if you go into the description of my older videos, you'll see exactly what I had in my old PC and compare them with what I have now, and I mean, it is well, it is faster than the Pete Lovely Lotus, but it's still just as understeery as that car. So I find I have to really wrestle the car through the corners. Anyway, back to the topic of my PCs. In my old PC, I used to run an Intel Core 2 Duo E8400, I believe, which was a dual core 2.7 gigahertz processor. Or was it? No, it was 3 gigahertz processor. A dual core 3 gigahertz processor. Now I'm running an AMD Ryzen 7 second generation, which is an 8 core 3.7 gigahertz processor with multi-threading. So you have 8 physical cores, and you also have another 8 virtual cores. So that's quite an upgrade. Graphic wise, I used to have an nVidia GT740, not even a GTX, just a plain old GT40, which on most days would be a bad PC even for your typical office. Wait, let me rephrase that. In most, even the best of days, that graphics card would be bad even in your typical office PC. Compared to that, now I'm running an RTX 2070 Super. So that's obviously once again a step up. I used to have originally 2 gigs of RAM, then upgraded to 4 gigs, and that was about as much as I could run in that PC because my motherboard couldn't read more than 4 gigs. Now I'm running 16, and I'm planning to buy another 16. So yeah, my old PC was quite bad. And I really want a PC with a DVD drive. It is really hard to get one in these days, which is also very powerful. I mean, in my current PC, I'm using a portable DVD drive. It cost me very little. It was quite cheap. The case I'm running has no support or slots for optical drives, but I solved it by getting a portable laptop drive. So it's really easy. Just connect it through a USB cable and you're set to go. If you look around, you'll find that there are a lot of solutions nowadays for anything, so really, I'm in awe at where we are in terms of PC technology. Back when I had my first PC, my what was it? An IBM 248, I think, was my first. No. My first PC was an AMD, not AMD, IBM 486, and then I got a Pentium 1. Back then I didn't even dare to imagine that the technology we have today would ever exist. So, and back then you were a lot more restricted in how you could configure your computer and how you could customize it. Today you literally have a solution for everything. Back then, not so much. Well, you could, but it was much difficult to get to it. To doing a lot of things. Oh, I just realized Terbeck just lapped us. Things are going smooth. Alright, lap 23 out of 31. Still in P2. Terbeck is just ripping the track. Oh, easy there. Sorry if I went a little bit silent, but it's starting to get a little bit late and I don't really want to disturb my neighbors. They hate my guts enough as it is. Don't want to give them even more reason to hate me. So, no. I think that as soon as we finish this race, I'm going to end the stream. But we are going to pick it up tomorrow. So it's not like I'm going to be gone for a long time. The downside of living in an apartment, you're surrounded by neighbors, and there are only very thin wall separating you, which is bad. Not only that, but they're made out of concrete, which has the terrible quality of conducting sound very well. Oh. Yeah, there are ups and downs about it. Apartments are a lot cheaper, but you know, you have to live with you have to have and keep in mind that you're always surrounded by a bunch of neighbors, and you can't be too noisy, especially at what, it's 10:42 p.m. where I live right now, so it's quite late. If you live in a house, you know, you are more free to do whatever you want. You won't have neighbors very close to you. But then again, houses are much more expensive, so there's that. And to be honest, on my salary, I couldn't even afford a house anywhere, so apartment is the best bet, unfortunately. As I said, it's 10:43 p.m. here. That's GMT +2. The goat driver? I don't think I get it. Oh boy. Okay, it's time to start lap 27. Oh, best driver of all time. Well, I don't think that's the correct question here. Because you cannot say the best driver of all time, because every driver has driven in different machines in different eras with different regulations, so you cannot compare, say, Fangio to Michael Schumacher or to Ayrton Senna, because they drove in such different times, in such different machines, and with such different regulations that it really wouldn't be a fair comparison. So I don't think there's. I would never dare to say that there's a best driver of all time, because saying that would be quite, well, quite unrealistic, because again, you cannot compare Lewis Hamilton to, I don't know, to Michael Schumacher. Again, they were driving completely different machineries and completely different time periods with completely different rules and regulations. So I think you could maybe say that the best driver of the decade, but even within a decade, there's usually so much change within the sport that, again, you can't really compare in an honest way. So, in my opinion, there's no such thing as a best driver of all time. Whether it's Formula One, endurance racing, rally, whatever. There's no such thing as the best driver of all time, because all of these drivers have been driving in different cars in different eras and with different rule sets. So there's not a fair comparison there to be made. The best thing you can do is choose the best driver between contemporaries. That would make more sense, I guess. Okay, lap 29. There should be one more after this, and that's going to be the end of the race and the end of the stream as well. Come on. Yes, you could compare Senna to Prost, because they've both been driving pretty much at the same time with very similar machinery. Well, I guess in a sense that's true as well. You can never know what might have been if he would have continued. But I guess we can all agree that he was quite a successful driver. Gilles Villeneuve was actually, again, a pretty good driver for his time. It just so happened that he was mostly driving a shit car. Excuse my French. Because, like it or not, during Villeneuve's time, Ferrari weren't building the best of cars. Ooh, we have lefties. Sweet. Alright, so that's 6 points under our belt. I don't know, second, third, I don't care. We can drive around this circuit at any speed and gear right now. Yep. Thank you, Bronny. I mean, Terbeck is ripping up the track, wiping the floor with everyone. The no-name who's going to conquer Formula 1 in 1971. Either that or I don't know. Or maybe jokingly the modders just made him very, very good for a good laugh or something, I don't know. Andy Higgs is not racing anymore, mate. This is his son, Oliver Higgs. Named after myself and after one of the greatest minds in modern times. Peter Higgs. Whoa. Why'd you have to do that, guy? So that's the end of Bonsoir, Chris Bisk. So that's the end of the Spanish Grand Prix, and we have Terbeck who wins the Grand Prix with Oliver Higgs in second, Joe Siffert third, fourth, Howden Ganley and Ronnie Peterson fifth, and Mark Donahue in sixth. Vic Alford was the last person to finish the race, although he was 4 laps down. And, well, everyone else retired. 3 laps, 4 laps. Mark Donahue and Vic Alford were 4 laps behind, so... sorry, Chris, but I don't quite speak French. Anyway, let's see the championship results. I guess we all know who's going to be leading the championship at this point. And there we have it. Terbeck is leading with 18 points. Ronnie Peterson is second with 8. We are in third with 6 points. Howden Ganley is fourth. Fifth are Joe Siffert and Rene Weissel, and sixth is Pedro Rodriguez. It is quite late. It's getting close to 11. I really don't want to talk. No, I think I'm talking still quite loudly. And, well, as I said, I don't really want to bother my dear neighbors, since they are so lovely and they hate my guts. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the Constructors, where we have Tenbeck Racing leading the championship, obviously, with Owen Racing Organization BRM in 12th, March Engineering 8th, McLaren March Engineering 3rd with 8 points, sorry. McLaren 4th, 5th Gold Leaf Team Lotus, gee. Words, how do they work? And 6th is shared between Brabham and Penske. So that is it for the Spanish Grand Prix. Our next race is going to be the Monaco Grand Prix in Monte Carlo. But that will have to wait until tomorrow, actually, when we will continue the live stream. So I hope you are looking forward to that. I don't know. I'm thinking that I might get rid of Tenbeck, maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see a no-name doing well. I will try to get a good rested sleep, Christopher. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to, which will take you to. Well, don't forget to check out the links in the description. Between them is a link to the straw poll, where you can vote for next season's team. So, to vote for next season's team. Also check out my social media. That's the best way to keeping in touch with me and keeping up to date with whatever I might be doing and future projects and all that. So yeah, join the Discord server. That's the most direct way you can interact with me, if you so please. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is check the description of this live stream to get the information you might want. But yeah, anyway, that is the end of this live stream. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. It was quite fun. I had a lot of fun. It feels good to be back, and we will be continuing tomorrow with it. And we'll see how things go from there, depending on how I will be working next week. I might have a stream midweek or not, I don't know. Well, I'll see how things turn out. But yeah, once again, thank you for joining the stream, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and good night. Bonne nuit. Bonsoir. No, that's actually a good evening. I don't know. Gute Nacht. Boa noite. There you go. Oyasumi nasai if you're from Japan. Incidentally. And okay. Bye.